Today we're going to talk about Energy SOS. While you're going through this program, I really want you to be present with your family, with whatever you're doing in your life, with work, because I'm mom of two. You know my story if you're here, probably. And energy is important for me. I'm doing right now all kind of I test everything on myself, all the cleanses, all of the different nutrition plans, everything. And it takes energy to detox, to cleanse, to heal your body. So that's why while we're going through this course, I want you to have energy. And there's going to be ups and downs in terms of energy, because sometimes it's going to be like a burst of when your body is releasing the toxins and you're going to have a slump. And then this video is for those slumps when you feel like, hey, I just need to pick me up. I just need help. So the thing is, how do we lose this energy? We have powerhouses in our cell. We're trillions of cells. Every organ consists of cells. In every cell, we have like little plants that take glucose, minerals, and oxygen and convert through the cycle, convert it into ATP, into energy. And this is like electricity. So our bodies are more electric than it's even physical. Everything generates all of the functions of our systems. We need energy for them. And mitochondria, those little guys, they're microorganisms that are inside of our cells. And they basically microbes, right? Bacteria. So they make energy for us. But as soon as they detect that there is a war going on in our body, as soon as they detect there is inflammation, mucus, toxins, toxicity, we're going to use the whole broad term inflammation in the body, they stop producing that amount of energy for the body to function. Imagine a city, right? Like people working in the city, everybody doing their job. There is a king, there is a people who make shoes, there are people who make bread, everything working the way it's supposed to work in the city. And all of a sudden the city under siege, like orcs, Lord of the Rings, orcs are coming, lots of orcs. And what city does, everybody stops doing what they're doing and they get on the city walls to protect the city. And they build and they work. They don't work anymore. They're doing everything to protect the city. The same with mitochondria. As soon as they detect orcs, and if you're here, you know me, I like to talk about parasites. And by parasites, I mean bacteria, yeast, one cell organisms like a protozoa, a lot of things that don't belong in our body that eating our food and depriving us of energy because, the energy coming from glucose. So as soon as mitochondria, I want you to see this picture, detect the war going on in the body, the orcs are coming, it's going to stop making energy for you. Not completely, of course, but it's going to accumulate all of the forces to protect the city, to protect the cell. And what mitochondria does, it seals the cell. It takes all of the calcium from your body and starts sealing the cell membrane so these guys couldn't get inside of the cell. So this inflammation, this toxicity doesn't get inside of the cell. But unfortunately, that way, the toxins, the byproducts of energy, when mitochondria makes energy, when it's burning, the glucose, there is a cycle. And it's like, imagine the fire burning, there are some ashes. So the same happens here. While mitochondria make energy, they are byproducts of this energy, sort of like ashes, right? And these toxins, they are toxic. Those are free radicals. Those are toxins that need to come out of the cell. Unfortunately, they can't come out when the city is sealed, right? When the cell is sealed. And mitochondria knows that, so it reduces the amount of energy it makes. So basically your cell is under attack. We're protecting the cell, but we can't work full force. We can't make the same energy. This is the reason why people lose potency, lose energy as we age, as we accumulate. And that's why it's wrong about aging. It's not while we age. See, even I'm using the same thought. It's while we accumulating all of these problems in our body. The yeast, it infiltrates everything, like all of the organs in our body. Bacteria, we don't digest, like a lot of mess that bacteria trying to protect itself. But you're gonna hear it probably in every other video of mine, because I want you to get the picture. It's not about aging. It's not about even outside stressors, because I'm telling you, I have thousands times more stressors, outside stressors, than I used to have 10 years ago. And I have probably 50,000 times more, I'm exaggerating, energy right now. Because I used to sleep for 12 hours, I couldn't get up, I was fatigued, I didn't have energy, I had to sit down every 5 minutes. And back then I didn't have kids, I didn't have business. I was basically living pretty stressless life. Right now, I have 2 businesses, I have 2 children. I just moved to a new city. I'm starting a lot of projects. I don't sleep. I wake up at 6 a.m. I go to the gym. So it's totally different life right now. And I'm inventing all new and researching all of new cool detoxes, things, ton of different supplements, herbs that I'm trying on myself that require enormous amount of energy. And I have a lot more than stressors than back then. Of course, I'm going to share with you some of the tools to relax your body, because that is important. Right now, I know how to relax my body, very targeted. So I recharge for just a little while and I'm ready to go again. So here's the tools. I don't want to take too much of the time. Talk about how it all works. You got the idea. So the best way is to, how to get energy and how to help your body to cleanse the detox right now and release what doesn't belong there, is to remove animal products and grains. So you have the recipes. We talked about it in the video about the food. I don't want to repeat myself, but gradually, everything, listening to your body, eventually you will, after talking to me also, you will see maybe sometimes you can, how you can reduce the toxic load. Because when we have a lot of bacteria, parasites, and yeast, they feeding on undigested food. So when you minimize food and you can use all of the things that I shared with you, some of the shakes, some of the powders, that can help, some of the drinks. So minimize the load, actually the amounts of things that we combine, like animal source proteins and grains, but it spends so much time to just digest that thing and it's not getting fully digested. So another very cool thing that you can do to start gaining the momentum in terms of energy, stop eating and actually drinking lots of liquids after 6 p.m. We will come to it gradually. It's gonna get easier, but I do want you to experiment with that. Like after 6, to stop eating and drinking, and eventually you will see the difference. Short walks, like whatever you can find the time to do a short walk, please do so. Those are amazing in terms of giving that boost to mitochondria. Or maybe it can be even sit-ups. Maybe you don't even have to go on a walk and move, but something that's gonna shake your body, it's giving it a charge. Get sunshine in the morning, sunshine between 11 and 1 p.m. straight into your eyes. It's very, very important if you can do that. If not, there are some lamps, actually using this daylight lamp to make my face brighter when I'm making these videos for you. So anything bright, super bright, starting in the morning until 1 or 2 p.m. Don't sit in the dark room all day. Go, even look directly at the sun. Give some stimulation for your brain. Baths with magnesium and salt and soda. Magnesium flakes, salt, epsom salt and soda. If you get to that regularly, or at least foot soak them, your body soaking all of those minerals and electrolytes, and it provides the electricity a lot more through your body. So those soaks are actually amazing for your mitochondria. They're not just relaxing, although they can be very relaxing. Now let's get to some pretty cool herbs and adaptogens. My hands down favorite how to get energy are Eleuthero and Rhodiola. Eleuthero is like Siberian ginseng. Those are herbs, and I don't want to spend time to talk about it. You can Google them, you can read about them, but those are amazing herbs. They adaptogens, so not just giving you energy, they're energy producing herbs. They are stimulating, so we take them in the morning, but they also very healing in terms of affecting on hormones, on cortisol, very healing for adrenals and for the part of your brain that commands your adrenals to act. Another one, so those are going to be listed under the video, Eleuthero, Rhodiola. What I love to do is I take hot water with my minerals in the morning, liquid minerals from other videos, and I put the liquid Eleuthero or liquid Rhodiola. I switch 1 month Eleuthero, 1 month Rhodiola. I would do it for 6 months, switching between them, and just put them as a liquid. I'm also going to share some supplements with you if you prefer to take the supplement. But I find in all of the combination of what I do, I like to get liquids. I like to get like ashwagandha, rhodiola, eleuthero, and just drop it with my minerals in 1 glass of water, drink it, and forget about it. You know, that's easier than to take all of these supplements. Another one is licorice root. Licorice root is very stimulating, very healing for adrenals, amazing for your brain. It helps you to heal the brain. It affects the cortisol. It's fighting infections. It's really good for your gut. So many benefits, but right now we're talking about energy SOS. So licorice root is going to be in the cleanse, in that Russian herb cleanse that we're gonna do. And you absolutely, when you don't eat, when you take these herbs, when you take the licorice, you're absolutely going to change and see the changes in your energy after we're done. And maybe during the fast it's going to be a little bit drop of energy, but after, yeah, it's going to be different story. So licorice root, you can just get a licorice tea and start taking it. The only problem is if you have high blood pressure, you have to be a little bit careful because it can increase it sometimes. Also, I'm going to share with you Adrenal by Douglas Labs. Really good combination of herbs and adaptogens, those both that can give you energy and that can actually therapeutically work with your adrenals, and Adaptocrine by Apex Energetics. You can find them in full script. Just log into your full script. You will see the protocol Energy SOS, the same name as this video, and you can order these herbs. Choose one. Choose, for example, you can either decide if you're working one-on-one with me, like, or just I can help you to decide, or just send me a message, right? In our Telegram, send me a message, ask me a question like, if you're in doubt which one to pick. I like the liquid ones, but it's a matter of preference. The Adrenal, they have a combination of herbs also. You can take two supplements, and you know, that can be pretty cool. So Shilajit is the next one. It's a blackish brown powder, and that's how they describe it on the internet. And it's combination of like very concentrated minerals, and it gets from the mountain. So they harvest it in mountain. Basically, this is like this plasm, or it's like compressed soil, right? And it's a part of rock, and it's a resin, more of like a resin, and it's concentrated and rich, full of minerals. So it's like one of the coolest nature adaptogens found in nature. And I remember that since I was a little girl, I saw it's called mumio in Russian, and my grandma used to like recommend it to her whole village if people were constantly, permanently sick, they couldn't recover, or if there was like no energy, alcoholism, or anything like this, where there is no more potency in the body, she would recommend Shilajit and Rhodiola, the one that we talked about before. And they're becoming super cool right now in the US, in Western world. Not like Russia is Eastern, but you know what I'm talking about. So prove it with caffeine, charged caffeine. Now we're going to talk a bit more about like energy boosters rather than healers. But hey, when I was in a slum, and when I was going through a lot of like detoxing, healing, but I still needed to be with my family, I absolutely used any tool that I can get. They tell you, well, get off from coffee, don't do the caffeine. Well, if you're barely functioning, if it's a lot of problems in your digestive system again, and the losing of energy comes from toxicity. Losing of energy comes from the things don't belong in your body, right? And it's and even the coffee, organic coffee, like drink that organic coffee. Now they even did the research that organic coffee in combination with coconut oil is actually healing for your liver. So, whatever is that advice out there, always think about, what are my goals? Do I need help right now? Can I help my body? And when I was asking myself that question, I decided that what are the priorities? I do need to get rid of yeast. I need to get rid of small intestine bacteria overgrowth, all of this bloating, belching, my skin, all of this I need to cleanse from it, but I don't have energy. And if I for my family and cleanses and everything, and if I remove coffee, back then I was thinking, or any type of coffee and any type of energy drink, I'm just not gonna do it all. I'm just gonna be miserable little thing that is just laying down in her bed. So I chose this route, and I'm glad, because it didn't kill me. It made me stronger. So again, outside stressors is not what gets you sick. The inside stressors, that's what would get you sick. Because when you clean these guys out, when you feel your real body, even outside stressors doesn't affect you that much. So prove it with caffeine. I'm gonna share the link. You can order. What is cool about this, you can use it as almost like a soda drink. You can actually mix it with sparkling water and make a cool drink for yourself. It tastes pretty good. It doesn't increase your blood sugar. So basically, and it gives you this boost. I used it in the morning as a pre-workout. I used it during the day just to keep up with my children, just to keep up with whatever I was doing. And it's keto. Ketones are amazing for your brain. There is a research. Maybe I don't want to spend my time talking about it, but I'm gonna share the link and a little bit of research. Amazing. So matcha tea, my favorite, and it tastes really good, is do matcha, because different matchas can taste absolutely different, and they can even, some of them taste absolutely disgusting. Matcha is pretty cool drink that can give you a lot of like the boost, and also it contains L-theanine. So the caffeine together with L-theanine gives you longer boost. You're not getting like these ups and downs and jittery, but it's long, you focused, and you're pretty creative. So matcha is the drink. You can add coconut flakes to it and use a frother. You can just drink matcha. You can just, and I tell you the cool drink I make sometimes at the end of this video. So try organic coffee, or even you can try coffee pills. This coffee pill, it's actually a supplement with caffeine in it and coconut oil. So there is a ketones and caffeine, and I'll share one that has L-theanine. It gives you the boost. Plus, you don't need to drink coffee all the time, but it can help you to finish the task, to accomplish things faster, minus, the acidity of coffee. And if coffee is not your drink, you can experiment with this one. Vitamin C flush. Vitamin C flush, a lot of times we don't have this charge and we feel pretty exhausted because we basically don't have enough vitamin C in our body. And there can be a combination of B vitamins, of course, and we're going to talk about B vitamins in a different video. But basically, vitamin C flush, a lot of people see the boost after they do the flush. So you have to take it every 15 minutes, and I'll share the link how to do it. Every 15 minutes until you have watery stools, and then you cut every 15 minutes, you take 1 gram, 1000 milligrams. And then when you get watery stools, you cut the dose in half and you start taking it for 30 days. So it's kind of like therapeutic boost of vitamin C, and you will see the difference in your energy also, plus in your resilience. Maca powder, absolutely one of my favorites because it has the taste that makes the drinks, energy drinks, that one of them I'm going to share with you, a little bit tastier. Especially if you make like a hot drink and it's fall, you can add maca powder and give that soothing kind of like earthy taste to your drinks. Maca powder is pretty energizing for your adrenals, for your hormones. Methylene blue is absolutely also one of my favorites. Methylene blue, I talk about it in my every video. There is a chemical, and it was first invented to actually color, dye clothes. But the chemical, it donates the electrons to mitochondria, and it boosting our mitochondria. There is a ton of research, amazing research in terms of how it helped the body to have this energy, this charge, electric charge, to overcome chronic illness, and it's amazing for your brain health. Like, I remember giving my dad, who had brain damage from an accident a while ago, and he said that it changed his life completely. Methylene blue. If you go on YouTube video and you start researching methylene blue, you're gonna find a ton of amazing videos about it. Baking soda. Believe it or not, baking soda does train us to have better hydrochloric acid, that acidity, that fire in our stomach, but also through alkalizing your body, it gives you very good energy boost. So for a while, every morning, I was combining baking soda. You can start with a quarter of a teaspoon to half of a teaspoon in a very hard water, almost boiled water, because it needs to make this, it kind of needs to release the sound. Then it's activated. And then you drink that hot water with baking soda, and people, after like a couple of weeks, people see changes in their energy. And of course, taking a bath with baking soda is pretty awesome too. Minerals, liquid minerals, oxy drops, all of them are absolutely amazing in terms of giving you energy, replenish your adrenals, because our adrenals need potassium, magnesium, sodium. So all of the minerals drop supplements that I'm sharing here with you, they go and give you that energy boost. And now let's talk about how you can, I really want you to experiment. So our main goal here is to kill, release, bind, get rid of the stuff that doesn't belong in your body. Toxins, parasites, yeast, all of this stuff. And while you go through this, it's what I did and what I recommend, and I see amazing results with you ladies, is to sometimes you go longer periods without actually eating or doing something liquid. For example, like in between my foods, when I was doing raw vegan for a while, just the therapeutic part of it, what I did in between, when I'm craving something warm and something like I have the cravings, I realized that I figured out the pretty cool, amazing drink that I was putting together myself, that didn't affect my blood sugar and was helping my energy, was helping my brain. And as a sweetener, I was using glycine. Glycine is amino acid that serves as the building blocks for specific proteins in our body. So basically, it helps getting that collagen that you take, helping us building muscle, helping us have a good brain health. So it's all of the connective tissues and nerves. Glycine is amazing for people who forget like where they put their keys. It collagen production, brain health, so amazing benefits. And also glycine is very sweet and it doesn't fluctuate your blood sugar. So what I did, I was using different combination of drinks, and instead of sugar, I would use raw honey sometimes. But if we want to go hardcore on our parasitic protocol, we want to even, if we're excluding honey, you can use glycine. So I just don't like stevia, just never like the taste, and glycine works better than stevia. So what I do, even right now, I actually sometimes combine matcha, raw cacao, not cocoa, but raw cacao powder, and it has the amazing compounds that give you this feeling of kind of like happiness. The cacao one, it's like you ate a bar of chocolate. And mushroom, daily immune support mushroom, I use Host Defense. I'm gonna share the link with you. And of course, my favorite maca powder. And matcha is not here, but I also add matcha to it. So it's an amazing boost. because of the glycine, it tastes sweet. Also, sometimes I get the coconut flakes, and I make myself a cool drink. If I want to make it even more therapeutic, I add ginger to it. I add hot cayenne pepper, and combination of cacao and cayenne pepper, and sometimes I add turmeric for that gut health. The combination of it is so soothing, it's sweet, it tastes good. So I'm gonna share the recipe with you here when I list all of the ingredients, right, in one drink, but you don't have to use all of them. You can get all of them, and then you can switch in between the drink. For example, one day you're gonna do raw cacao with glycine and coconut flakes. Another day you're gonna do maca powder and matcha and turmeric. Cacao and turmeric go really well together. And turmeric, what I mean by turmeric is just the spice. Ginger, turmeric, cayenne pepper, you just get the spice. And you can make a combination of a tasty, yummy, and very energizing drink for you. And please look at all of these suggestions, from coffee peel to matcha to cacao to Eleuthero to tinctures, and start using them. Have a feel of your body. If it needs a little boost, there is no shame in doing that, because when we completely eliminate everything, when we don't have that charge, when we don't have the potency, you're not going to accomplish anything. You're not going to go through this program. You're not going to be present with your family. You're going to be miserable. You're going to be hungry. You're going to be just like deprived of energy. And I don't want this for you. So let's be inventive. Let's listen to our body. Let's be proactive, and let's have fun while we getting to our goal. Whatever is your goal, you need energy for it. For anything in your life, you need energy, right? Okay, love you all.